Welcome to It Takes Two. I'm Blair.
I'm Chris.
And today we'll be talking about Ready to Love, Season 10, Episode 4.
I need y'all to subscribe, like, share, comment, all the above. You ready, Blair?
I'm ready.
Let's go.
So we start with the men in the vault with nephew Tommy. Tommy tells them that they need to really get to know each other this week. They have to take the ladies on dates to places that matter to them the most, whether it's their job or their house.
Yeah, I don't think I could bring you to my job.
Yes.
But, yeah, I take you somewhere that matters. I'm taking you to church, okay? Some of these women need to go to church, okay? Go ahead.
So Naim has Fritz, True, Khil, Sahara, Deanna all meet him at his gym. Well, everyone except for True because she's late. Naim is still interested in her, and it's a little annoying that she hasn't showed up yet.
Okay.
He takes everyone through a workout. We see Cam invite Tay, Rocky, and Hussein to his house for a game night. They play a game called Let's Get Personal, and they start with talking about what favorite body part that you want to be kissed. So Hussein answers first.
Yeah, Hussein was like, give me the neck and then give me my waistline.
Yes.
Okay, I see you, Hussein.
All right. So Khalil and Deanna have a one-on-one. We learned that he went to an African boarding school where it was a disciplinary school, and they was beating folks behind.
Hey, listen here, man. It takes a village.
But him and Deanna actually share some laughs, and it was a good conversation, a good interaction between the both of them.
Hey, listen, I like to see Deanna more on the nicer side compared to how she basically shooed Cam off like a fly. You get what I'm saying? Last episode, I understand that it wasn't his height, at least in my eyes. It was more of his profession in the sense of, you said, hey, day one, I cannot blame you. You said you don't want to date another firefighter. So, hey, I like to see this side of you. You know, you're laughing and things of that nature.
Yeah. Hussein is feeling Tay's outfit and just her overall beauty. And then they start talking about defining moments.
Okay.
Tay says when she graduated from school. Rocky tells us that she was selling drugs in the streets at one point, and it showed her what she didn't want out of life.
Stop right there. Now listen here, right? Defining moments in your life, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure there are a lot of defining moments in our lives, right? Rocky, that cannot be the only defining moment in your life. I refuse to believe that our East Coast sister from another state in Philly, right? That I understand Tay, graduating school, cool. Even Rocky said, you went high, I'm going to go low. A defining moment for me is when I was selling drugs and I realized I didn't want to do that. Come on now.
Well, the thing is, I'm not mad at it. I feel like we want people to share about their life and their stories so they can actually get to know each other. So for that to kind of put her in a space to where she actually did more and did better for herself, I'm not mad at it.
My thing is, I'm not saying that it can't be a defining moment.
But you said a better one?
I'm just saying it don't even have to be better. Just choose another one.
Okay.
I have multiple defining moments in my life, and depending what circle I'm in is going to basically, I get to choose what I want to say. I'm not going to say if I want to basically be in a circle to where, let's say I'm in a corporate place, right? I wouldn't say that. Now, granted, they're not in a corporate place, but that's not the only defining moment in my life. That is just like saying on Love is Blind, just in case y'all are watching us on Love is Blind, someone asked someone, what is a great accomplishment in your life? They said being on this show. It's like, come on now, stop it. Rocky, do better. Rocky, I'm only asking you to do better because I know you can do better.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Cam used to be depressed and just on his own in life. He couldn't leave life. You know what I'm talking about, because of his niece. He changed his mindset and he is a happier person now.
Listen here, man. I think a lot of men go through that in the sense of growing pains. There comes a point to where you kind of grow up, and then you grow up pretty fast, especially if you're from these big cities and things like that. And before you know it, you're a grown man and you're like, I don't know what I want to do.
Yeah.
Life is this, and before you know it, you're on food stamps. You get what I'm saying? And it really do take some type of toughness, some type of mental toughness, and just basically pressing through to get on the other side of it. Listen here, I really commend Cam for sharing that and things like that, and actually seeing that he's on the other side of it. You know,
Tay gives him a hug for sharing that.
Yeah.
And Cam was trying to take Tay's advice and trying to open up, and I like that he was doing that. not only just because, yes, we're all here to get to know each other, but I think that it does speak to somebody's character and ability to be able to pivot, and the fact that he actually listened to what the Tay said and what some of the concerns of the women were, and he actually planned and created an activity to where he can show up differently. So I thought that was a great way for him to take that insight and show up better in the process.
Yeah,
so,
a lot of people, at least so far in 4 episodes, that have shown up in the bottom voting have taken the advice and has been able to survive, except Will. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's definitely good to see Cam trying to put into practice the advice that was given to him, as well as our other girl, I think her name is Shanice or something like that. What is her? Shawnee, sorry. Who took the advice, and now she seems fun. Besides,
and lighthearted.
Besides business professional. You get what I'm saying?
So True ends up arriving. She tells Naeem she had to work. He tells her he was looking forward to working out with her. He makes a couple of jabs about her being late, and she tells him to get over it pretty much.
Wow.
She says that she hasn't heard from him, and Naeem tells her, you gave me a fake number. True says that it wasn't fake. I didn't receive any calls or texts from you. Apparently, he did call her, and she sent back like 3 question marks, and she said, and you didn't reach back out to me after that. What? He says, so is that how you respond to people who call you? She then pulls out a phone, and he asks her, is that the real or the fake one? And she says, you know what, I'm done.
Here's what I'm not understanding, right? If you gave him a fake number, or if you gave him a Google number, things like that, you didn't answer the phone and you sent question marks because you probably didn't know who it was, right? So if you're not going to answer the phone, why even give me the number, right? Number 2, if you're late, I would hope that you would just be more apologetic. You get what I'm saying? But she just seems too rough. You get what I'm saying? I know we give Sahara or basically Sahara her some type of like flack for being a little too rough, but remember, she called someone a hoe the first episode.
She did.
You know, so it's like, hey, you late. I will hope. Now, granted, if she had to work, she had to work.
Yeah.
But even then, just be like, I'm sorry, you know, I had to work, you know, and da-da-da-da-da. But now we over here talking about phone numbers again, and I'm just like, I wish y'all would just like start over, get real phone numbers and things of that nature, or fake phone numbers, or just not call each other.
But see, I feel like with True, this could have been cleared up with a simple conversation. And I think it speaks to the part to where she feels like she doesn't have to explain herself to anybody. But when you're meeting new people and people don't know you or the way that you think or your reasons behind things, it doesn't hurt to give a little explanation. If you just want to say, you know what, I'm kind of uncomfortable giving out my personal phone number. So this is the number where you can reach me, and I will be available to talk and text and all that type of stuff. But just for my safety and things that I've been through or things that I'm concerned about, I'd prefer for us to communicate this way. And he could either take it or leave it. But if you're, you know, giving out fake numbers and then you're acting like you got an attitude because, you know, he figured out it was fake and all this type of stuff, then it's just kind of like, why are you being so defensive? Like, it doesn't have to be like that. You can just tell somebody your reasoning, you know? Well,
Blair, as we're going to see, she have a problem with being direct.
Yeah.
So that, what you just said, have to come from someone who is direct.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And listen here, Ready to Love. Up to episode 5, I say at least 5. Put the names on the bottom of these people. You got me over here saying Shanice, Sierra. Listen here, I'm trying. We over here reviewing 30 shows every day. Okay,
I got your back.
Thank you, Blair.
Yeah. So Fritz starts rubbing Sahara's neck, and she's like, you know what? Stop doing that. I need to talk to you.
Okay.
So she doesn't like how he texts her. He says, hey, friend. He says, you're, and all this type of stuff. She feels like it's copy and paste responses as well, because she asked him how his day was. He sent the same response 2 days in a row. He says that he's just consistent.
Something ain't right with him.
So he feels like her personality is a lot. It is excessive and loud, but it's also raw and unfiltered. She tells him, just start sending me cute stuff, like emojis and stuff. And he just says, okay.
Now, here's the thing. What do her persona or her armor have to do with you treating her like a lady? Dude, you get what I'm saying? In the sense of, why are you texting her your? And texting her yo and bro and things like that. If you're not into her, you're not into her.
That's why I'm like, if you're not trying. But the thing is, with Fritz, with the previews or whatever, I just got to touch on it. He whispered to somebody, let's go ahead and get Sahara up out of here. Fritz is playing a little bit of a game as well.
Yeah.
And so I think he's playing a numbers game. And I think that he's trying to be on the women's good side, even if he's not interested in all the women that he's talking to. So he'll send out a text to whoever and have conversations with whoever. So at least his name doesn't come in the bottom as I ain't into Fritz. So that's what I think it is.
Oh, so
I could be reaching, but that little clip at the end, I'm just like, he's playing a numbers game.
Yeah, but my thing is 100%. I do agree with that, but I'm just like, okay, let's say she is rough and tough with her Afro puff, right? Why you texting her like she a man? Dude, like if you're, like, my whole thing is, if you're not into her, don't text her.
Yeah.
So the fact that he's texting her, I would get at least it will apply to me that you're into her. So this is how you talk to women that you're into?
But that's what I'm saying. It's a game to him.
Well.
So he's texting her to at least, if I'm not into you, at least you're cool with me so you won't say my name in the vault.
Well, guess what? She confronted you.
Yeah.
Saying like, hey, man, like you're not talking to me like I'm a woman. You get what I'm saying? And guess what? Truth be told, I can agree with that.
So True and Khalil talk because she was tired of talking to Naeem.
Yeah.
They both agree that dating all of these people is tough, but they both date intentionally. She doesn't have kids, and he asks her how old she is, and she says she's a grown woman. Khalil thought that it should have been easier for her to answer that question, and it was a red flag to him.
Yeah, I'll say this, right? I'm at the age now to where, I grew up in a time to where you don't ask a woman how old she is, right? Especially if you are a minor compared to someone who is not a minor, who is an adult, right? But I think for this situation that we are on a dating show and I'm over here talking to multiple people, I think age plays a factor, and you need to tell me your age. True.
Yeah, I think that's such an outdated way of going about things.
Yeah.
Especially if you're dating to be intentional.
Yeah.
And you know that women have biological clocks, and you want to get to know somebody, but you also want to know, hey, what's your time frame as far as you don't have kids? How old are you? Are you still in the age range to where you could have kids? Like, these are things that people are trying to suss out without actually asking you directly how your eggs looking.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? What's going on up in there? That's a wild question. You know what I'm saying? So if somebody asks you your age to kind of gauge where you're at when it comes to having children, especially on the heels of that conversation, it makes sense just to say it so that way you guys are on the same page as far as how much time we have to actually get this thing going if we end up being a couple. So yeah, that's why I say, like, True, the way that she communicates, even though she says she thinks she communicates perfectly fine, are like, I get she doesn't know these people and she may not want to reveal certain things about herself. Yeah. But your age to me shouldn't be a secret. I don't get that.
And here's the thing about True. At least I know True real name, Keisha. Okay. Right? Keisha. Here's the thing about it. You just come off as weird. Right? You just come off as weird because to give her a little bail to get her out of jail, just a little bit. That question that you just said can also identify, hey, how are your eggs are looking, how Blair told us and things like that. But also there are some guys that are superficial that just won't date a girl that's older than them. Yeah. You get what I'm saying?
And those guys are for you.
But my thing is, I think if you're on a dating show to where this is basically, let's call it what it is. This is speed dating, right? When it comes to speed dating, there's a profile to where you have to give your name, your nationality, your age. Right. You get what I'm saying? Age is one of the major components when it comes to dating multiple people. So for him to ask on this show, you're not a random woman on the street. You get what I'm saying? You're someone that is a potential person that he can fall in love with. You get what I'm saying? I don't see why you would say that. Or I don't know why you would hide your age unless you're older than what you really are. You get what I'm saying?
So Cam goes on a date with Rose. Yeah. She's talking about how she needs stability and trust in a relationship. She has been cheated on by every man she's been with. Wow. But she doesn't lose hope. She believes in her happily ever after and doesn't think that every man is the same. She holds his hands and they pray before they eat. Spirituality was a concern when they talked like the first time at the mixer, but she did appreciate that he prayed with her. He tells her that he doesn't want to change who she is as a person. If he ends up falling for her, he's going to to fall for her as a whole person.
Yep.
And Rose ends up feeding him some food. There was a lot of laughing and smiling, so it seemed like a really good date. And I think they look good together.
Yeah. Let me get my toxic bag a little bit.
Okay.
Rose, you say you've been cheated on by every man you've been with. Is it you? Is your picker off? Now, granted, I'm not blaming you for getting cheated on, but I'm just saying you've been cheated on by every man you've been with. That is, hey, listen here. Maybe I gotta view you in a different light, in the sense of maybe you need a new picker. Maybe you need something like, maybe you're not choosing the right guys. I would need to know, like, who are these guys? Where are you meeting these guys from and things like that? Because I am not under the assumption that every guy cheats, because I know for a fact every guy do not cheat, because I don't cheat. I never cheated on anybody. So I need to know, Rose, who you been talking to.
There's a lot of trash men out here. That's all I have to say.
Listen,
there's a lot of trash men, and I'm grateful that you are who you are. But there's a lot of trash men, and people get cheated on and ran through and all type of stuff. So
by every man. Stop it.
I'm
Blair.
not faulting her for that.
Stop it, Blair.
I'm not faulting her for that.
Listen here. Deduct 1 point.
Okay.
Ref, okay.
So Fritz hosts a pool party at his house.
Okay.
He's got Francisco, Eddie, Naeem, Coley, Kiara, Angie, and Shawnee all there.
Nice.
Fritz says that his home is a temporary situation. It's just a lot of house just for him.
Sound like you're written.
Shawnee believes in praying together, and Francisco believes in a higher power. Angie was helping Eddie by bringing out the food for him to cook on the grill, and then they all start jumping in the pool.
Hey, listen, it seemed like a fun time. It really did.
It did. So Fritz and Coley have a talk. He asked her where they stand. So apparently Coley saw his Instagram, and he follows a lot of hashtags about poly life, and she's looking for a monogamous relationship.
I would hope so.
Fritz says that he follows out of curiosity, but he wouldn't engage in that, and he feels like judging people for hashtags is a reach. It ain't that far of a reach. It's about this far.
Okay.
Maybe it's this far. I don't think it's a reach. I think that's a fair question to have. If you all up and through looking at poly life, are you interested in possibly partaking? Maybe. I mean, I don't know. Like, I think it's one thing to kind of like, because look, I watch Seeking Sister Wife and all that type of stuff. I'm not gonna lie.
My gosh.
It's interesting. It is very interesting. But for you to have something like that where it's like on your feed continuously, it's just kind of like, why is this in your face every day? Like, it is a question mark.
Yeah, I was gonna catch you in a trap, like saying, like, you do know we review Sister Wives.
Yeah.
But I do agree where I would not. Like, you can't tell what I search. You can only tell by what I post. Right. And if I'm posting things like that, I would be like, okay, like this is your digital footprint right here. Like why would I have that attached to me? Keep it in the search bar, keep it on a burner, but on like your personal like profile, I would say keep it clean.
But I guess that's what I was confused about. Is he following pages with that, or he puts that in his hashtag?
I wouldn't even know, because my whole thing is this. Like, for all I know, she probably was doing some type of like basically some detective work. Yeah. And it's probably not on his page, but she probably was digging and found out like, oh, like I see this, I see that. So it's probably not even on the surface level. She probably was just digging through and just found something. Yeah. But who knows?
So Kiera, why do I always say her name wrong? Was in a relationship with someone. They had 2 kids together. He cheated. She took him back. He ended up going to jail, was sentenced to jail for a long time, and it's been about 60 years. And Naeem talks about how he has a soft spot for single mothers.
Yeah, Naeem. Yeah, because what? Because you left all your baby mamas single? Listen here. Let's go back to what is her name again? Kiera. You said a lot of nothing, right? Your baby daddy is in jail. He went to jail for a long time, right? What did he do?
I don't think that's her place to say on TV.
Listen here. What did he do? What did he do? Because my whole thing is, and he's getting out when? That's very.
She said soon.
That's very important. Like you saying a whole bunch of nothing. You get what I'm saying? My whole thing is, I need to know what he did. I need to know how often do you talk to him, and also when he's getting out, and how is that going to affect me if I am interested in you? Like just don't drop that off, and then we just go off back in the pool. Like no.
Yeah, but I will say I don't think anybody there was really pursuing Kiara at the pool party.
Yeah.
Which I found to be weird because she's so beautiful.
But my thing is, hey, I don't have to pursue you to know information about you. My whole point right now is to gain as much information on everybody so I can make a educated basically an educated decision on who I want to pursue.
Yeah.
And right now, so far, you telling me you got a baby daddy that's in jail for whatever reason, who's about to get out soon. What is soon?
Right.
like you get what I'm saying? I need to know.
So Eddie and Angie talk, and he tells her that she was given partnership vibes the way she was helping him out with the grill. He tells her he likes that, and that elevated his connection with her. Angie feels the same way and is happy that their connection is growing.
Okay.
So then we see Jay and Coley meet up for mini golf. I'm sorry, y'all. In my head, Jay and Kiera are in a relationship.
Okay.
But I understand this is a dating show. Everybody has to date. But I'm just like, I'm about to tell Kiera because, Jay, why are you out here with Coley?
Well, guess what? I'm about to tell Jay that she got a baby daddy in jail.
He was just rubbing on her feet the other day. I'm just like, sir, you are in a relationship.
Jay, I'm about to say, bro, she got a baby daddy who's in jail. He went away for a long time, and now he about to get out. We don't know what he did. Run.
Okay.
That's what I'm about to tell Jay. While you gonna tell Kiera whatever you want to tell her.
So he thought that Coley was a rich, spoiled girl, but the more he gets to know her, he likes her. She never considered dating a man with kids, but being around a guy with kids actually makes her feel a little bit more safe. For him, it's important to really be there for his partner, and they talk about how sex means a lot to her, so it's something that she would only want to do with someone special.
Okay.
She would like to go on another date with Jay, and I will say it seemed like a decent date. They actually seem to have a good time together.
Yeah, do not listen here, man. Just because you pay for that girl's gas don't mean like you go with her. My thing is, this is episode 4, right? And we're not even counting the mixer episodes because you didn't even meet everybody on the first day that you was there. So my thing is, like, I understand, make a list. Pick like your top 3 or top 2, even if you don't want to go 3, and then like date around. I have no problem with what Jay is doing.
Yeah, no, it's not a problem. It's just a me problem.
Okay.
So the guys meet in the bar, and they are feeling Kiera, Deanna, Tay, and Rose. Eddie also enjoyed his time with Angie, and Fritz says Shawnee is definitely ready for a man.
Yeah, Shawnee's cool.
They are not feeling True, specifically Naeem, because she was late to the workout, and she didn't give out her real number.
True.
Khalil had a decent conversation with True, but she didn't want to say her age. He thought that was a little bit weird.
It was.
Naeem says that trying to find the truth through True is hard. Cam isn't connecting with Deanna. Sahara is giving friend vibes. Fritz needs somebody with a little more decorum. Somebody I want to introduce to my family, and she's giving unpredictable.
So why are you texting her then? Like I understand your theory, but my thing is like if you're not into her, then you just don't be into her then. Like my whole thing is like her experience with you doesn't mean that it's going to be the experience for everybody else. But I understand we got to vote 2 people on the bottom.
And he doesn't have to sully her experience or put birds in other men's ears about her or whatever the case may be. And I'm just speaking to the preview because I thought that was really grimy.
I'm about to say.
We ain't even there yet. I'm sorry.
I'm about to say, let's wait till we see the whole scene. You know what I'm saying?
So we get to the bottom 2 ladies. Sahara meets with Cam. He tells her that she gives homie vibes, and the guys want to break through that. And she says, well, then they need to break through with it. Cam says, you have to like show us like past your tough exterior. Sahara thinks it's nonsense. Cam tells her that she needs to take this seriously, and Sahara says maybe she needs to eliminate herself.
Hey, Sahara, listen here. We seen Cam show up in a better way. We seen Shawnee show up in a better way based off of the advice that people gave them. When you was giving advice and things like that, you basically eliminated the first group of guys from the mixer saying, F y'all, I don't want to talk to any of y'all. Yeah. So you already put yourself at a handicap. I would suggest, just me, that you just try taking the advice. What's the worst that can happen? You get what I'm saying? You're already at the bottom. You can only go up. But it just seems like, hey, like, let the guys eliminate you. Don't eliminate yourself. But, don't cheat yourself. You get what I'm saying?
And I would love to see her pivot and show up in a different way. But honestly, like, I just don't have that much faith that she can be different. I think she is who she is. And the person that wants to be with her is going to have to accept her wholly and completely as she is. And that's fine. I just think that her personality is so strong that, I mean, it's like, it's an acquired taste. I think it's an acquired taste. Yeah. You know? So True meets with Khalil, and Khalil says that there's an issue with honesty. when it comes to you. The phone numbers, don't nobody know your age. He thought that they were trying to get to know each other, and there was just too much mystery that was going on.
Yeah.
She tells him, well, I'm 35 years old. All you had to do was ask me. He says that, I did ask you. It could have been easy if you'd just give me your age. And does somebody have to ask you something multiple times for you to share information? And True, we find out, is not ready to love. And she says that Naeem is a Cancer. He got into other guys' heads. There are women here that are also older than her. I think that's her own insecurity speaking. Because nobody really cares about how old you are. It's more the fact of why we got to pry information out of you, ma'am.
but whole time True been showing her insecurity since the first episode. So like this whole idea that True could come on here and call a guy a hoe, basically talk about everybody else, talk about where like she stands in rank to all the other women. There's women here older than me. I don't care. Like True be told, it's not even the fact that your age was never an issue. It's just the fact that you didn't tell me. I asked you a question and you asked me a question back. Right. Like and then when you basically said I should have asked you, you're like I did. So now you're trying to gaslight me as if I didn't ask you the question. So you know what, True, you can go home. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Like I think you're a little just a little off for me. You get what I'm saying? You're giving a little crazy to me. Okay. You get what I'm saying? So I think we can just let you go home and let you be, because you don't want to get nobody your age. You don't want to get nobody your phone number. You don't want to be here. Yeah. So you can go home. Yeah, you ain't really trying to get to know nobody. Exactly. So, yeah. And that's all. That's it. Make sure y'all subscribe, like, share, comment, all the above. We see y'all. Bye.